The Roaring Twenties, 1920s, marked a period of rapid urban growth and architectural innovation in the United States, particularly with the rise of skyscrapers. These towering buildings became symbols of modernity, economic prosperity, and the ambitions of the cities that hosted them. Here's a look at some of the most iconic skyscrapers of that era. Woolworth Building, 1913. New York City. Architect, Cass Gilbert. Height, 792 feet, 241 meters. Often referred to as the Cathedral of Commerce, the Woolworth Building was the tallest building in the world when it was completed in 1913. Its ornate neo-Gothic design set a precedent for skyscraper architecture and showcased the wealth of the Woolworth retail empire. American Radiator Building, 1924. New York City. Architect, Raymond Hood and André Fulhaux. Height, 338 feet, 103 meters. This building stood out for its bold use of black brick and gold accents, symbolizing coal and fire in reference to the American Radiator Company's business. It was a notable example of the early Art Deco style that became dominant in the late 1920s. Tribune Tower, 1925. Chicago. Architect, John Mead Howells and Raymond Hood. Height, 462 feet, 141 meters. This neo-Gothic skyscraper was built after an international architectural competition sponsored by the Chicago Tribune. Its design incorporates fragments from famous buildings around the world, giving it a historic and symbolic resonance. The Barclay Vesey Building, 1927. New York City. Architect, Ralph Walker. Height, 498 feet, 152 meters. Known as one of the earliest examples of Art Deco architecture in New York, the Barclay Vesey Building also marked the beginning of Walker's innovative style, which included intricate terracotta detailing and setbacks that created a stepped profile. The Shreveport Central Fire Station, 1926. Louisiana. Architect, Neild and Somdel. Height 10 stories. Though not as famous as the buildings of New York or Chicago, this skyscraper in Shreveport was part of a broader nationwide trend of constructing tall buildings to signal the modernization of mid-sized American cities. 40 Wall Street, 1930. New York City. Architect, H. Craig Severance. Height, 927 feet, 283 meters. Built during a fierce competition to become the world's tallest building, 40 Wall Street was briefly the tallest building in the world before being surpassed by the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building. Chrysler Building, 1930. New York City. Architect, William Van Allen. Height, 1,046 feet, 319 meters. The Chrysler Building is one of the most recognizable skyscrapers of the Art Deco era. Its distinctive spire and chrome accents epitomized the glamour and forward-looking spirit of the Roaring Twenties. Daily News Building, 1930. New York City. Architect, Raymond Hood. Height, 476 feet, 145 meters. This Art Deco building became the headquarters of the New York Daily News and was notable for its streamlined design and innovative use of setbacks, which influenced the city's zoning laws for skyscraper construction.